AFL superstar.
How many countries will you visit? It's around about 32.
Eagle supporter.
Doesn't get any better than that.
No, that's it.
Hi, Michaelkeil here, proud sponsor of the Perth Football Club. Today I'm at Lathlane Park and I'm with our gun recruit of 2018, Corey Yeo. Corey, thanks for your time today.
No worries, Michael. Pleasure to be here, mate.
Great. Now, Corey, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you played your junior football and where you've come from.
Yeah, so I grew up around this area. I grew up Manning area and went to school at Aquinas. Played most of my football in the East Fremantle district zone, so at Burragoon and Adelaide there. Then moved out that way for a couple of years during my high school years, so I ended up playing, that meant I was allocated into the East Fremantle zone, so played my Colts and reserves and all that there, and development footy as well. So went there, started there, played a couple of years there, and then went to Claremont where I played majority of my league footy until prior to here. And had a good couple of years there and did my knee at the end of 2015, end of 2015, 2016 pre-season. Missed that year and then had a bit of I'd call it a gap year in my footy last year. I did play a handful of games at Williamstown Reserves and a couple of local games at a couple of local clubs there for a bit of fun, but had a bit of fun in Melbourne last year and yeah, saw the light and finally found my way here. So
Brilliant, mate. Well, we've definitely enjoyed having you here. Yeah. So how did you end up at Perth?
So my first couple of years in the reserve, or first year or so in the reserves at East Freo, I had to go out to the amateurs at Wesley Curtin, and I met Duke Spalding, the coach there, and I only played a handful of games there, but got a lot of respect for him from that. So yeah, from there we sort of, bumped into each other, sort of kept touch base a little bit softly between there and now. And then last year in Melbourne, Duke gave me a phone call, and just wanted to catch up for a beer and a palmy basically, and popped out there and met him, Neil Allen and Dale, and they wanted to ask about a few players at Williamstown and a few other players in Melbourne that they wanted some insight on, and then they sort of said, what are you doing? I sort of, at that stage, said, not really sure to be honest. But from there we got talking, and the way things aligned, I sort of decided I wanted to come back home, and a lot of my closer mates at Claremont, I still got a few there, moved on, and then I thought, I'd love to come back and play under Duke as well, and a few things worked out. They found some work for me and everything, so I said, why not? So. Beautiful. Pretty much it.
Well, it's been a very good move, and also I hear that you're really enjoying your time at the club. Tell us a little bit more about that.
So I knew a few of the boys before, not well, not close. Met Ezzy a few times, knew him from a few friends, Brant through a few other mutual friends too, so I knew them a little bit. But since I've come here, it's been seamless. It's you go to a few different football clubs and that, and they've got their different factions and everything, but everyone here, I think everyone respects each other, and there's no too bigger egos, or no one dislikes anyone here, so everyone sort of gets on, and it's been quite seamless. I'm really loving and enjoying my footy here. So.
Oh, that's great news. So hopefully Corey will be back next year then.
Yeah, no, I was midway through the year. I signed up for to the end of 2020, so it's got an extension, so I'm here for another couple.
Okay, mate. Well, that's great. So hopefully we'll be doing plenty more interviews with you getting in the best players. And talking about best players, on the weekend you had an amazing game. You racked up just under 40 possessions. I think it's possibly the best game I've seen you play down at the club. How were you on the weekend? And we went down to Claremont. What happened there?
Yeah, look, as a team's performance, we were just probably a little bit off, I think the bye and just the build-up, and we're still a young group, I don't want to use that as an excuse, but we're still a young group, just the build-up to how big it was, and the loss after East Perth really did hurt us a little bit. We probably need to be a bit mature and get over that and sort of focus at the process and not so much the outcome. And I thought, that had a lot to do with why Claremont was so, took care of us pretty easily. in the end. But they're still a pretty good side, probably similar position to us. Young side, got a lot of ability on their list. They probably just haven't really achieved what they would have liked themselves with the talent they've got the last couple of years, but it's starting to look like it's coming together. My own performance, I thought it was probably one of my better performances this year. I still got a bit to work on, like everyone does in their game, in certain aspects. So, it wasn't by no means a perfect game or anything like that, and I still reckon my best footy and my best game of footy is in front of me, even though I'm at 27 now. But I've only had last year off with my knee, and obviously, and the year before. So I'm coming to the age now where my body's at its peak physically, and I'm still confident I've got my best footy in front of me, and that's that.
Very exciting. And on the weekend, who were some of the other players that really stood out for you on the field?
To me, first one jumps to mind, Brant College. So he's had a fantastic year. I remember he had a fantastic year when he was at East Perth a few years ago, and I was at Claremont. I had to tag him one game, which he was having a great year then, and this is pretty similar to that year. So in terms of what his numbers and what his consistency and what he's putting up all the time. So I thought he was outstanding again. Another one, Michael Sinclair, who I played against a few years ago, and remember him being a pretty solid player back then, and obviously coming to the footy club, he had a huge reputation, and I hadn't really, other than previously against him, seen him play much. So, and just heard the reputation, everything he's got, and he played a couple of games earlier in the year, and that was the first time I seen him play. And then he did his thumb and missed about 6 or 7. I just saw how much of an important player he is to the side, and he was impressive once again on the weekend too. So
very impressive. And next week, or this week I should say, against South Freo, what do we need to win to win that game?
Yeah, look, we've beaten before, and I think we play a very quick brand of footy when we're up and about, and it's quite exciting. And even to play, it's exciting out there. You're behind it, you can sort of watch it a bit and go, oh geez, it's pretty quick. We move the ball real fast sometimes. So if we get back to that, which we did show briefly at times on the weekend, and we have, for the majority of the year, especially the second half. If we get back to that offensively, and then defensive is where we let us down on the weekend. If we can get back to our best there, or our best efforts there, what we've done, and even improve on that, like we have against South Fremantle, like we did against Subiaco earlier in the year for the majority of the game, and other oppositions, I think we can serve it right up to them, and if not, beat them again.
I think so, mate, as well. So, look, Corey, it's been fantastic to talk to you. It's always great to get an insight from a senior player. I really appreciate your time, and all the best for the rest of the season.
No problem, Keely. Thanks for having me on.
Okay, now our property of the week is 25A Cookham Road in Lathlane. This is an unbelievable luxury home, 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 3 living areas, a 40 square metre al fresco right in the crest of Lathlane. If you'd like to view the property, call me on 0412 255 838, or if you'd like home open times, go to my website Michaelkeil.com and check out the times. I hope you've enjoyed this interview, and bye for now.